Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of the Equination.net weekly update. I'm your host, Jacqueline Wyatt, and I do apologize for us missing a few episodes as we closed out the January to March 2020 season. In today's episode, we're going to focus on the overall award winners that were announced on March 31st. We had an incredibly competitive season and capped it off with a tie for Stable of the Year. Both Wildcat Stable and AAA Horse Stable took home top honors as Stable of the Year with 57 earning points each. If you're not familiar with the earnings point system, check out the annual awards page in the news and standings section and follow the links available there. Wildcat Stable ended off the year with over $47 million in both overall and stake earnings, as well as over $4.7 million in graded stake earnings. Wildcat had 8 winners, 14 placers, and 9 shows from an impressive 108 graded stake starts throughout the season. AAA Horse Stable capped off the season with over $52 million in both overall and stake earnings. He was just shy of reaching $4 million though in graded stake earnings, and had 9 wins, 5 places, and 10 shows in 98 graded starts. Taking home the Breeder of the Year award was Below Farms, who had a very strong representation in the winner's circle this season as a breeder. Now jumping into the horse awards, it was Iron Age who took top honors this season as Horse of the Year. Iron Age also received the top 4 and 5-year-old male award and the Turf Sprinter award. The now 6-year-old stallion is a homebred from XL Stable that had a stellar, undefeated season that included victories in the Grade 2 Clever Commander Sprint and the Grade 1 EQ Turf Dash. Last season boosted his lifetime earnings over $2.1 million. In the 2-year-old category, MSS Town of Barrie received the male award, while Waltzing Maria received the female award. After finishing third in his debut, MSS Town of Barrie hit his stride and found the winner's circle each race since. The homebred colt from Middle Stays Stables captured both the Grade 3 Junior Marathon and the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup, banking over $740,000. Waltzing Maria was perfect in all 6 of her starts for owner and breeder Tron Racing. She scored a victory in the Grade 1 Breeders' Oaks and followed that up with an impressive highest race rating of 126.94. She has over $750,000 in earnings and already in her young career. In the 3-year-old category, it was Buoyant who was awarded the male award, and Night Murmurs received the female award. Buoyant entered everyone's radar after capturing the Grade 1 Equination.net Turf Derby by a nose. The Gatepost 2 homebred followed that up with a victory in the Grade 3 Stakes Club Cup over the same distance later in the season. He enters his 4-year-old campaign with over $1.2 million in lifetime earnings. Night Murmurs closed strongly to win the Grade 1 Equination.net Turf Oaks last season, and carried on with a strong showing in listed stake and allowance races, even setting a new highest race rating of 127.88 for owner and breeder Desmond Lee II. She has only finished off the board once in her 14 starts, and enters her 4-year-old season with $1.3 million in lifetime earnings. In the 4 and 5-year-old category, Iron Age received the male award, while Stand in the Shadows took home the female award. The now 6-year-old homebred mare from Maplebrook Farms captured the Grade 2 Slip-In Translation Stakes last season, winning 7 of 8 starts and never finishing worse than second. Her stellar season boosted her lifetime earnings over $1.5 million. In the older horse category of 6-year-old and up, it was Made of Concrete GB who was named the top male, and Euphoric Ride who was named the top female. Made of Concrete was owned by Wildcat Stable and was bred by Cheveley Park Stud. The now 7-year-old gelding captured the Grade 2 Hershey Kiss Classic last season, and now has over $1 million in career earnings. He has since been a great find on the Equination.net sales board and was picked up by Ruby Racing for just $110. Euphoric Ride had an undefeated season, winning all 7 of her starts, including the Grade 3 Heart of Darkness Memorial. She was still knocking out some stellar ratings and notched her lifetime earnings up to over $1.3 million. She's owned by Gatepost and was bred by March Farm. Moving on to the sprinting category, we already discussed Iron Age taking the Turf Sprinter award, but taking the Dirt Sprinter award is Catmandu. This now 5-year-old gelding is a homebred from Stoic Racers, and he truly found his stride in March, capturing both the Grade 1 Equination.net Sprint Classic and the Grade 3 Lickety Split Stakes. He earned a highest race rating of 132.23 in that final start and enters his last season with this season with over $1.4 million in lifetime earnings. He'll be one to watch in those very stakes yet again this season. In the Route Runner category, Wicked Words received the Turf Route Runner Award, and Under the Big Top received the Turf Route Runner Award. Wicked Words is a homebred stallion from Island Turfers that capped off his season with a victory in the Grade 1 Equination.net Mile. He has over $1.5 million in lifetime earnings and faced a tough bunch in his first start of this season, finishing 8th in a fully loaded allowance race on the first. Under the Big Top is a now 6-year-old stallion homebred from King B. He was victorious in the Grade 1 Equination.net Futurity, notching a 130.33 highest race rating in the process. That, plus a victory already this season, has bumped his lifetime earnings over $1.2 million. In the final category, the long distance runner category, it was Sycamore Bar who received the Dirt Award and Reason to Run Away who received the Turf Award. Sycamore Bar concluded his season with a victory in the Grade 1 Equination.net World Cup for owner AAA Horse Stable. He was bred by Tina Stables, and the now 6-year-old stallion has over $1.6 million in lifetime earnings. Reason to Run Away is a homebred from Stoic Racers that came back with a vengeance after a 13th place finish in the Grade 2 Dante's Peak Marathon to win the Grade 1 St. Paul of the Cross Cup. Also the recipient of the overall 2-year-old male award back in his day and winner of the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup that season, Reason to Run Away has over $2.1 million in lifetime earnings already as he enters his 5-year-old season as one to watch. For the first time ever, we present the Broodmare of the Year recipient, and that is Anamgar. This mare is now 17, is owned by Pacer, and was bred by AAA Horse Stable. She had a solid racing career, earning just shy of $2 million and scoring a highest race rating of 128.09. She's well represented with 4 120 and up rated foals, including Whitby, a 3-time graded stake winning homebred from Green Park. In the Sire Awards category, Dark Tyranny received the Sire of the Year award for Sapphire Racing. Golden Horn GB was the top juvenile sire for owner Godolphin GB. Arisque took First Crop Sire of the Year award honors for Below Farms. Sergeant Pepper GB was the top second crop sire for Beetle Stables. And Thunderstorm Stables Found Wandering was the top third crop sire of the year. Congratulations to all of these outstanding horses and their connections on a fantastic season. Also, a big congratulations to everyone on such a competitive and exciting January to March season. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the April to June season has in store. Be sure to stay in tune to the message boards for future updates, as we are going to be announcing the first group of Hall of Fame inductees under the new Hall of Fame system in the coming week. Thanks for tuning in, and best of luck in the races.